Grayson is now 5 years old. He fell in love with crawfishing at a very early age. It's something that the family does, and he has a love for it that hasn't changed. So I went for my 23-week ultrasound, and he was like, "Your child has spina bifida." And I was like, "Spina who?" I don't even know what that is. In his heart, he could see that something was missing, but as a child, he couldn't figure it out. Crawfishing was something that he could do in his own space, his own element, and he could strive. They love their dad. They love being like their dad. And this was their opportunity to do so. There's been days where things just get a little overwhelming for him. He's very motivated, very self-driven, and sometimes I think it gets the best of him. And there's days that he's just weaker and falls a lot and just gets discouraged from point A to B. And we'll just put him in a boat and he just sits there, and it's just like a sense of calmness comes over him. His dad and I come from different worlds. But he's what keeps us together. You know, we've been through some really hard times. He worked out of town, and so going back and forth out of town to home, and me dealing with Grayson and another child in that matter was very challenging. You know, being away and not being able to take care of your child when things are at their worst sometimes, especially when he had some complicated surgeries and things like that. But their dad, he never let Grayson see any lack thereof that he struggled with. He knows the true value of life, and the boys see that, and they just honor that so much that they live to be every day like their dad.
I don't like to see him not be able to do things he wants to do. So I always try to present it in a way where he can see, hey, I can do that. It might not be the same as everybody else, but we get to do it, like crawfishing. We make it work. We figure it out. I don't really take no for an answer when it comes to him. So like I said, we just make it work however we can.